This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome back to another episode of the FXBG Neighbors Podcast, where we share the stories of our favorite local brands. I'm excited to introduce you to my guest today. We've got Michelle Flynn joining us, and she is with Wine and Design Fredericksburg. Michelle, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thank you so much. I'm so excited. Whoop, I just kicked my camera.
I'm excited for this interview, and I'm excited to learn all about you and Wine and Design Fredericksburg. So let's start there. Share with us, what is Wine and Design?
Yeah, so Wine and Design started out as a paint and sip. Like our studio is 12 years old, and I think the franchises are going on 15. And we are just an art studio that brings people together and celebrates all of their memories and milestones, birthdays, all kinds of good stuff like that. And date nights, just something to do that's fun and different.
I love it. I love it. Well, I have been to your studio a few times. It is
Yeah.
so much fun. So walk me through. So if someone who's never been there and they sign up for a class, what can they expect when they come in?
Yeah, so I've got a team of 5 artists. So you'll be happily greeted at the door, and you just find your seat. We get you a drink, and then you want to definitely arrive downtown like 15 to 30 minutes before your painting or project time starts, so that you can park. Their parking garage is pretty close by. And it takes a couple minutes to get in. And then at the time that's on the calendar, we start our project. So we do all kinds of different things. And I always tell everybody that art is like a roller coaster, emotional roller coaster. It's going to start out fun and exciting, and then you're going to be like, I hate it. And then we'll get you through that point. And I promise you'll go home with something that you love and you have a good time doing it.
I love it. That is so true.
Yeah.
That has happened to me every time.
Yeah.
You get halfway through
Everybody
it, you're
hits
like,
that moment.
I
Yeah.
messed up. And then
Yeah.
it turns out beautiful in the end.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I want to learn more about you. Tell me about your background. How did you get into this?
Yeah, so I was in the restaurant industry for a really long time, like 20 plus years. And then I went back to school, got my degree in business, worked for a construction company for 5 years as an assistant project manager. Was kind of burnt out on that. It wasn't exactly, what I wanted to do. And my friends actually went to the Richmond location and did Paint Your Pet. And I thought it was so awesome. And I didn't go because I just had to rehome my dog and I was too sad. So that's why I didn't go the first time. And then like a year later, another family friend who lives kind of far away, but she opened the one in Charlottesville. And I was like, wow, we have really similar skill set. And I just thought it would be really fun to bring to Fredericksburg. So here we are 12 years later.
Here we are, 12. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it so much. It's such a fun time. And if those listening haven't tried it yet, please try it. And let's clear up for anyone. Are you finding that there are any myths or misconceptions about your business?
Yeah, absolutely. So the name Wine and Design, people think that they have to drink. You don't have to drink any alcohol, obviously. You can have something else. Yeah, and so our tickets include two beverages, alcohol or non-alcoholic, and you can also bring in any snacks and food that you would like to the studio.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be an artist also.
No, not at all. And honestly, we also welcome, so 14 and up are welcome at our, like what we would consider an adult event, as long as they have someone with them. And then we also have like a full kids division as well. It's called Art Buzz Kids. We do lots of birthday parties and fun kids events, usually during their breaks and things like that.
I love that.
And
I think
definitely First Friday.
first, yes, First
Yeah,
Friday, such a good
mhm,
time downtown. I
yeah.
feel like that is such a great kids' birthday party idea.
It's a lot of fun. They really
Yeah.
do.
Mhm.
I did a huge kids birthday party. 36 people, I think it was,
Oh,
a couple of
wow.
weeks ago. And the parents loved the fact that like once we got the room kind of dropped in, that they were all so engaged for more than an hour painting. No screens, it's no
Yeah.
screen time, which is awesome. And once they really get into it, and they do such a good job. And I love to see them get creative and add their own things to their paintings. It's a lot of fun.
I
We
love that.
always encourage everyone, not only children, but everyone to, really make their painting their own. Like what's on the wall is an idea. And that goes for other projects as well. We're doing a lot of other things now that we always want you to put your own creative spin on it. You don't have to do what the sample looks like. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah. So tell me about that. What are some of the other things that you offer beyond the painting?
Yeah, so we're doing a lot of resin projects now. This is a resin pour charcuterie board. And this one's just kind of like ocean style, which is super
Very
popular.
cool.
We do chunky blankets. We're getting ready to bring hat burning. We're getting ready to bring glass blowing. Get ready for some new projects at Wine and Design this summer, definitely.
So much fun.
Yeah.
And you also have the ability to take it home. My
Mhm.
mother came to visit from out of town and she wasn't well enough to, walk downtown and get there physically, but she really wanted to do the chunky blanket. And so we came and picked it up and did it at
Mhm.
home. So I just love that you have that option as well.
Yeah, so we have a lot of on demand that's available. So the chunky blanket that you did, you came and got your yarn, and there was a video that you could stop and start, play at any time you wanted to. We have several on demand paintings like that. And then we can also send you home with like instructions for just about any of our projects and pack them up. The chunky blanket virtually and like painting projects are available on our website that you can just purchase. But if you wanted to do something else at home that's one of our projects, just have to email us or call us and we can make anything a take-home kit.
I love that. I love your flexibility.
Yeah.
So tell me, has there been a hardship or a challenge that you have had to overcome and now that you've been through it, you are feel like you're better off for it?
Yeah, so we're actually, going through one right now, and hopefully we're finally in recovery mode. I'll tell you, surviving COVID, I thought,
Mhm.
the pivots that every business owner had to make during COVID, I thought that was my one good go. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
did it, and we survived, and yeah, and then thanks right before Thanksgiving last year, the Sunday before Thanksgiving, we experienced a debilitating Facebook hack
Mm.
that completely took my ads manager page down. They charged like $7,000 on my credit card.
Oh my
It
gosh.
took like I can't tell you countless hours to recover that money because I had to prove what ads were mine and what were not. Um, it was definitely very difficult. And I just literally, so Thanksgiving to like a week ago, I just got everything finalized with that, and everything is back and running again, but nobody's been seeing our content for a long time.
Mm.
So it's really hurt our sales. And a small business like this runs on such tight margins. So
Yeah.
we are just trying to get through it. And I
Hmm.
know that we will. We've got a great community that always supports us. So
Yeah.
that works. But
Yeah.
that's that's the main one. I hope I can do some kind of little like talk about what to do when you've been Facebook hacked in that manner, because it has been an experience, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, well, do share. Is there something that you could have done like in hindsight to prevent it?
Well, no. The very first thing is that I got an email. So when you run a Facebook ad for business owners, they tell you when your ad's approved.
Mhm.
Well, the way that the hacker got into my account is they got into my page and then they took my ads and they created another ad under it. So
Oh.
it had my title, but it
Hmm.
had a different image. because it was using their content, but they want to trick you. So you have to really pay attention to if I had caught it on that approved ad email, I could have got in, changed all my passwords, and kept them out. But I didn't catch it there. And I was honestly going through a really difficult time with my uncle who was passing away, and it was a crazy time. So I wasn't paying as close attention as I like normally would have. It's kind of like a perfect storm, and so I finally, that was a Sunday. Finally, by Wednesday, I'd gotten on the phone with Facebook, which was very, very difficult to do.
Yeah.
Tell them that you are worried about your payment and that you want to give them money, and that's how to get them to talk to you.
Good tip.
Yes, because that was the only way that I could actually get like a human being on the phone, which was super frustrating in itself. And then I will say, so my business credit card is a Chase credit card. And the initial transactions that happened were on that card. And then we thought that we got it fixed, but they wouldn't take the card anymore. It was to protect me, right? They wanted to protect that card. And they were like, okay, you have to put a different card on. So I used my Capital One card, my personal card. It's a card I've had for 20 years. You know what I mean? I have a great relationship with them. Apparently, Facebook banks with Chase. They use Chase as their bank. And so getting my money back through Chase, super easy. Getting my money back through Capital One took like 3.5 months of back and forth and, paperwork and just all this stuff. It was really crazy. So $1,000 was given back in like literally a blink of an eye. I didn't have to do anything except say, hey, this happened. And the Capital One stuff took a really, really long time. And it was emotionally difficult to say the least.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think I started tracking it. And I think all in all, I spent like more than 50 hours dealing with trying to get $6,000 back from Capital One.
What a nightmare.
Oh, and the other thing is, if you're dealing with Capital One, immediately get it to a next tier, a third tier person, because the person that you're talking to, you're trying to be me. I was trying to just be a kind customer with Capital One, you know what I mean? And I was trying to go through the avenues that I thought I was supposed to. And those like tier one people just can't help you. You have to immediately kick it up. Because if I had done that, it would have taken a lot of time off of how much time I spent. But it was just, it was a wild thing. And it was something that Capital One really didn't have any protocol for, because this is something new that hackers are doing now. And the crazy thing is, I saw the exact same hacker do exactly what they did to me, use the exact same ad on a real estate agent's page, like 2 weeks after I saw mine.
Wow.
So they're doing it all the time. It's crazy. Yep.
Thank you for those tips.
Yeah.
My listeners appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I'm so happy for you that you are through that and
Yeah.
that you've got your account back and got your money back. And what an ordeal. It's things like that you don't think about being a business owner. And so my next question is, as someone who has, you've purchased a franchise, you're an independent business owner, what advice would you give someone who is thinking about getting into business?
Oh, there's so many things. I love being a business owner. I really do. I think that the biggest thing is that you have to realize that it's your baby. So you're going to be very emotionally attached to like everything that happens. And so I think, delegating where you can, and doing that, and then realizing what you're really good at, and really doing things that fill your cup outside of your business, because when you have, something really challenging come up, it affects you emotionally so much more than you'll ever expect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's really good advice. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, speaking of filling your cup outside of your business, when
hmm
you're not busy in your business, what are you doing for fun?
Oh man, well, I'm a music lover, live music lover. So I'm like, try to go to concerts pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Before I had an 11-year-old, you would have seen me downtown at bars all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But now we love to hang out downtown. We um, go to the beach. We live in Fairview Beach, so I'm a beach girl.
Oh,
I like the
nice.
water a lot. And I like to just have fun, with people. That's why I'm in this business. And that's like what I like to do when I'm
Yeah.
on my own too. And I also love yoga. I do a lot of yoga and a lot of walking.
You've got the best of both worlds, living at the beach and then you work in the city. And so you've got both of those at your
Yes.
fingertips all the time.
Yeah, I actually lived in downtown on Kenmore Ave for like 7 years,
Oh,
and that's
wow.
where I lived when I opened Wine and Design. So I was really close to
Okay.
the studio, and I grew up in Fairview Beach. So when I was
Oh,
able to
nice.
buy a house there, I was like, I jumped on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So, but
love it.
I love downtown, and that 20-minute door to door is
Hmm.
very nice.
Yes, nice.
Yeah.
So, if the listeners are interested in learning more, if they want to connect with you, where can they find you?
Oh, we are on Instagram and Facebook. But the best place to check us out is our website, which is wineanddesign.com/Fredericksburg. We have a calendar there. Everything that's coming up is on there. Our contact us form is a good way to get in touch with us if you want to do a party. Um, it's typically 10 people or more to have a private party, or you can do what I call a bring five, which is all the perks of the private party. You get to pick the project, the date, and the time on our calendar, and then we open it to the public if you have a smaller group. Or you can have any sized group join an event on our public calendar. So as long as we have the seats available, we're happy for you to come join us.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Michelle, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today and sharing wine and design with us.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com.